get started in just a sec. The gate is locked. You need to have a diamond tag in your cargo hold. Word? Word? Alright, let's go collect one. Alright, so like I'm playing Eve online since Citizen Sleeper is really like I'm playing Citizen Sleeper is like a book. I'm playing a book. It's a book. So kind of, you know, just to kind of keep the eyes somewhat entertained. I'm just working on my Eve account. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a brilliant idea. Although I've had a whole bunch of dumbass ideas that I think are brilliant. Turns out they're dumb as fuck. Anywho. Right now, you're going to in Eve, we're going to the cargo container to pick up, I guess, a tag. I thought I have one. Stop. What the? I didn't pick it up. Where is it? I could have sworn. Timeout. Timeout. I thought I. All right. Let's go back to the cargo container. I don't think I put it in my. I don't think I put it in the. That was my fault. Trying to do too much at once. Okay. Let's try this again. Open. Wait, it was in here. I don't see it in here now, and that's concerning. Yeah, look. Angel Electrum tag. There are no other types of tags in this one. And then as for Citizen Sleeper, alright, he's hungry, so first we gotta eat. I have it in my... Alright, hang on. Let's go to the beginning. We're gonna have to check all of the... Actually, we just go here.
Hard drive active. Hard drive active.
You work your way through a whole pile of cores and terminals, clearing each one. The scrapyard pays you well for the work. What I need is another contract. There's none there. No dice damage on push rerolls. Reroll 1+ dice. Let's go with 1+ dice.
Hard drive active.
let's go get some food. I'm about to just end this mission, man. This mission. I wanted to try something else in freaking Eve anyway. Because I don't get it.
Drive active.
Hey, Insane. Technically I'm playing two games. The one at the top left is Star Citizen, and then this one, the big one, is this is Eve. Man, fuck this mission. Because I think I have it in my ship.
Autopilot engaged. Victor Stargate. Drive active.
Yeah, kind of. Really, it's because Star Citizen is like a book. It's really a book. So I figured, yeah, I could multitask and play Eve. You know what I mean? Because they're both space games. So I was like, shit, put them together.
Approaching Stargate.
Still kind of trying to get the hang of Star Citizen. It's oh, I'm sorry, not Star Citizen. Citizen Sleeper. And they're calling this game Star Citizen. This game is called Citizen Sleeper. And I'm essentially like, what are the games about? Alright, well, the real game is that is Star Sleeper. It is a Citizen Sleeper. Eve has been around forever. Eve is just like an online space economy game where you can do like a whole bunch of things. Star Citizen is an RPG, and in it, right, you are like this android who you're essentially running from it's almost like your master in a sense, or he essentially controls you by like this drug or something. And right now, I'm on this. I ran away with my friend, and we're on this space station trying to work up money to fix our ship to get further away from the guy. And so this is a rig. This is like our spaceship, and we're docked up at this space station, and it's essentially like a story that I'm playing. And this cycle clock at the bottom, if you see right in the middle of the screen on the run, that's like the time that we have before he's going to catch up to us. And I've been using a whole bunch of time. So oh Oh no, what the fuck? What just happened? I did not mean to end the... You see what I just did there? That was not good. Because the cycles are important, and I just like wasted one, I think, on accident.
Docking permission requested. Docking permission requested.
Okay.
Docking permission accepted. Docking permission
I didn't explain it good. Okay, so
pilot disabled.
the game at the top left, Star Citizen. I'm sorry, Citizen Sleeper. You are an android running away from somebody bad who wants to control you. And so the real meat and potatoes is this game in the top left. I still didn't explain it good. Like, okay, so this is my character, right? This is my operator. And I have a set of skills. Engineer, interface, intuition, and engage. What the fuck did I just do with... Hang on one sec. Hang on one second. Right? So this is my operator, right? So this is my character, and I'm essentially an android. It's like I'm able to be recreated over and over again, but the guy chasing after me messed up my reboot, and I don't remember who I am. I don't remember like certain aspects. Like I remember the fear of running from him because it's so great, but I don't remember anything else. Like I barely remember him really. I just know I'm supposed to fear him, and I don't really remember much else. What I want to figure out is how to repair my dice. The solemn derelict fills a cockpit windows, all twisted plates and skeletal stroke work. You watched it in horror and fascination as Seraphim completed the approach, both of you silent in the presence of this decaying beast. Now as you settle beside it, Seraphim is the first to break the silence. This thing is already dead, he shakes his head. It's a corpse, Sleeper. He nudges the ship closer, looking for a place to dock. I touch this thing too hard, it'll crumble into dust. What were you expecting? I was expecting, Seraphim squints as he adjusts the rig's thrust. A scrap contract like you said, not a death trap. Take us up there, that's the bridge. Junie points towards one end of the ship, and both you and Seraphim turn around, having forgotten she was even in the cockpit. She hasn't said a word since you departed. She glances at both of your bemused faces. What? She looks away. Sorry, That's where we need to go. She stops pointing. Seraphim nod towards Junie. She's not wrong, Sleeper. The bridge would be a good start. Assess the wreck first. Junie settles silently back into her seat. She looks away out of the cockpit, and you are unsure if she is upset or just embarrassed. Carefully, Seraphim brings the ship close to the derelict and guides it along the hull. The rig's lights ripple over the broken surface, finding gaps and cracks everywhere. It seems remarkable that the derelict is still held together. Shit! Seraphim hisses as a huge spinning piece of debris drifts in front of the cockpit. He pushes the rig down beneath it, squeezing between the debris and the hull, and as he does so, an ear-splitting screech signals the rig, scraping across the derelict's skin. You freeze for a moment, waiting for the breach sirens to sound, but the moment passes and you relax. You glance at Seraphim. His face betrays no emotion. This isn't safe, Seraphim shakes his head. I'm going to find somewhere better to settle the ship. Then we need to suit up and work our way along the hull on foot. You look back at Junie and see her still in her seat, eyes wide. You're gonna stay silent with her, because I don't even know why she's here. Seraphim brings the ship away from the derelict's hull an inch at a time, then slowly brings it around to settle close to a mostly intact hull plate. This section is fairly free of debris. He nudges the ship a little closer. We should be good to hold here. Wait, it said I said I have a train to required level. Everything's trained to required level. Oh. Oh wow. Seraphim brings the ship away from the derelict's hull an inch at a time, then slowly brings it round to settle close to a mostly intact hull plate. This section is fairly free of debris. He nudges the ship a little closer. We should be good to hold here. Seraphim unclips from his seat, and you and Junie follow suit. As you all glide down towards the airlock, Junie silently follows. You can't help but feel judged. As you reach the airlock, Seraphim begins to suit up. If we are lucky, that little collision hasn't started a cascade that will end with this place coming apart under our feet. Seraphim violently kicks his legs into a set of Eva trousers, clearly irritated by his own carelessness. We should... We need to be more careful. It wasn't your fault. We need to be more careful. Seraphim shoots you a look. No shit. This is a delicate job, Junie says quietly, almost to herself. That data core will be fragile. She casts a furtive glance in the direction of you and Seraphim. Very fragile. Understood. Junie nods appreciatively. The rest of the preparation process takes place in tense silence, each of you considering the delicate job ahead. You suit up too, though you don't need a helmet to breathe. You slide one on and lock the seals for protection. This wreck isn't going to give up its salvage easily. The core should be near the bridge, maybe even inside it. But there's a lot of wreck here, and there might be a good salvage tucked away in the cargo hold. Once the suits are on and the seals are checked, you cycle the lock and stare out at the vast expanse of the twisted hulk before you. Time to go to work. Lock dissection, it will take longer, but cutting away the lock layer by layer is the safest way to make it through. Force the lock. Forget being delicate, the clock is running on the contract, and forcing the lock is the fastest way to gain entry. We push through nice. A large part of the lock cracks off, but spins into open space, a stroke of luck. The lock is open, time to move in. The bridge of the derelict lies silent. The pale beams of your suit lamps catch rows of terminals and clouds of glittering dust. Wires wave like seaweed, and the whole scene appears as if underwater, chaotic but still. Junie glides past you, disturbing the dust and taking you by surprise as she does. She has been a stoic presence so far, but in this moment she seems drawn forward by some force of curiosity. You watch as she bats away debris and begins checking terminals. We're just going to go ahead and let Junie work. She is already prying an access panel off one of the more intact looking terminals. As she does, puffs of rust color of the vacuum around her red. We're just going to approach her. She turns back to the terminal and finishes prying off the plate. Then quickly she reaches inside, fishing around for something. Her hand comes back out with a waving cable topped with a thick connector. As soon as she sees it, she slips a keyboard-sized deck out from somewhere on her person. She runs her hand across the back until she finds the right port and slots it in the connector. All of this happens in a few seconds. The routine practice and precise. It's hard to not be impressed. She glances at you, a nervous look on her face. Does she think you are accusing her of something? She shakes her head and goes back to work. Junie's fingers dance across the deck's keyboard, and a burst of static lights up the Solum terminal screen. The sudden burst of light and color takes you by surprise. Junie's fingers tap away, the terminal screens flashing with blocks of color and lines of code. It buzzes and vibrates, its long-dead systems forced back into chaotic life. Then all at once it goes dark. The terminal is dead. Shit, Junie hisses beneath her teeth. Useless. You cannot tell if the insult is directed at the terminal or herself. What are you doing? She looks up at you as if she was just waking up from a dream. Looking for something useful, she pauses. Useful for the contract, that is. She glances down. A map of the ship, plans, you know. The cradle with the data core cannot be far. She pushes off from the terminal, gliding away from you. I'll start looking, she calls back, and heads to the other side of the bridge. Seraphim glides up beside you. Everything all right? What do you think of Junie? The kid? Seraphim shrugs. You'd know better than me. Keeps to herself. He squints at her retreating form. Seraphim stretches his suit. I have to admit, it's nice being back working, especially now that we are the ones who will reap the benefits. He claps you on the shoulder. Feels good to be taking our fate into our own hands. I know it's pretty rough there. Back on Hexport and out here, we're just as likely to get shredded by debris as if the damn data core. I'm sorry, what? Wait, I know it's pretty rough there. Back on Hexport and out here, we're just as likely to get shredded by debris as find the damn data core. But aren't you glad we made a break for it? He pauses and looks down, having asked the question almost by accident. I mean, I am. I just don't want to speak for you. I'm glad too. Seraphim smiles. You better be. I'd give up that little dark side cupboard I was living in for nothing. He laughs at his own joke. Look, Seraphim checks his suit wrist seals. Once we got a bit of space behind us, once we've gone the distance, if we even manage to get that far, he furrows his brow. Don't feel you owe me. I'm no charity case. You want us to go our separate ways? Fine by me. He meets your eyes. Just do me the favor by telling me to my face. I will. Seraphim nods, but doesn't respond. After a moment, he shines his torch out into the dark, checking the rows of terminals all across the bridge. You watch the glittering dust as it eddies in the beam. Seraphim sighs. Let's get to it. You watch as he crosses a bridge, his torch probing the dark corners. You feel a chill run through your body as you imagine the people that once ran this ship, the Solheim crew, surely long dead. What was it like here before the collapse, when this system was a jewel in Solheim's crown? It's impossible to know. That history is lost to you now. All you can do is pick what you can from the ruins. Damn it. The derelict security system has been jolted back. A whole section of the system shut down. Shuts off. Almost there. This is taking time. Shit, Junie. Shit. The security system sparks and shuts off and won't be troubling you anymore. Nice. Emergency seal. The derelict's hull is falling apart. If this breach isn't sealed and fast, the entire wreckage can collapse. Yeah, but no. I'm gonna save this here. Later, YouTube. Come back to this later.